This internet thing's taking some time tonight. All right. Looks like we got a live up. I got the cameras backwards. Everything looks backwards on there. I've got my TV on over here for a monitor. How many we got in there? We got two, got one like. See, Fleming is in there. Hey there. What y'all up to tonight? To get y'all out of the sunlight here. The sun is bright. We've been working on this thing. We kind of got stalled on that for just a minute. As you can see, let me get you turned around here. As you can see, we've got it stripped down. Told you wouldn't know it. There ain't got hardly nothing left in it. We've got welds everywhere going here and there. Might have lost y'all for just a second, but just hang on. But yeah, that tubing right here will go right over there. I'm just about out of welding wire and gas. That's the reason why I kind of held up on this for a little bit. And we got us a nose piece here. So we're gonna, that's one that our car owner for the other mini stock, he had gave us to put on it when we was putting it together. But we couldn't quite figure out exactly how to do it, but we put it up on the nose of this when we had the fenders and everything up on it where it needs to be. We seen where we needed to cut this and probably gonna split it right in the middle. Kind of like the nose piece that was on here. And we'll use that nose. That's a Ford Taurus nose. So yeah, that's a Taurus nose. Probably a 2000, 2001, whatever. I don't know what year model it was. But anyway, as you can see, we are ate up in here, and on the other side, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So we're probably going to do a whole lot more trimming. As you can see, we will probably keep windshield posts. We're going to, whenever we get the chassis where it needs to be, we're going to come in here and peel this top off of it, cut the top off, trim all that out. There won't be nothing left but a skin. So we'll trim all this out because we ain't going to need all this extra weight. There's going to be a lot of things trimmed out in here. As you can see, we're already trimming out, making it lighter. But we're going to make it lose some weight, and it'll just be a top skin. We're going to do some bracing. We're going to redo the brakes up here. Probably cut a lot of this stuff off up here. Get rid of a lot of extra stuff. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're getting closer. There's still the little motor, and still hadn't healed up none. I was hoping it would heal up, but it hadn't healed up, and I hadn't. The guy that we get our engines from, he said he had another block for us, so we're gonna go over there and see him. But yep, this will get trimmed. I'm sure this will get cut off. Probably all of this probably get cut off right there. right down here, and just leave the frame rail out here, and we'll weld a tie bar in here for the frame rail wherever we need it. And we'll see where the motor goes. We may do some adjusting in here, but we're gonna lose some weight. I do know that, but we're not gonna totally hull this thing out yet. That might be a winter project. But I see Trucker Tom said hi. Good to have you in here. Good to have Fleming in here. So, but yeah, we're gonna be getting on this a little bit more here real soon. I've just got to get, like I say, some more welding wire and some gas from a welder. But we've been working on this while I was kind of down on that, and I'm in the process of editing a video that will have this on it, and it will be out here either tonight or tomorrow. So that's where we're at on that. We've had this thing fired up and running again. You'll see it on that video coming up. So that's what we're doing. Let's see what Trucker Tom here is saying. I got to get my spectacles on, because I mess with motors and stuff too. Well, good deal. Yes, sir, Skylar. We appreciate you jumping in here. We're trying to get somewhere on that, but we'll be back on it here real soon. Pretty quick. But we're trying to get this thing finished up. We're so close on this modified, and Matthew hadn't got to race yet. Matthew hadn't got to race in 2 years. So this will be the second year that he hadn't got to race, and that's why we're trying to hurry up and get this. And since we're so close, get this one knocked out, and we'll move this car right there where that one is, put the mini stock right here where this one's at. So, yep, that's what'll happen there. Tim Windsor, good to have you in here tonight. I'm doing good. It's a little warm out here, but not as warm as it was Saturday. Whoo, doggies, I'll tell you, it was hot out here. I'm fixing to open up this other door right over here, so y'all bear with me while I set y'all up right here on something. Y'all just hang yourself on. Hold up. Y'all have to hang on while I get this little device set up. My little tripod. So that I can get y'all set up instead of me walking around carrying y'all all day. All right. Let's let y'all see me open this door right over here. So let me get over here. I gotta open up this door and get some more air circulating. I need to get some roll-up doors instead of these slide doors. These slide doors are okay. A roll-up door sure would be so much nicer. Yeah, you got that right. All this rain is making it humid. Most definitely is. Most definitely is. I'll give y'all an update on Project Crusty. Y'all remember Project Crusty small block 400 build? It's still there. That's the crankshaft for the mini stock. I've got it all cleaned up and washed up. It's fine. It'll go back in that motor as soon as we get it. But that's Project Crusty, small block 400. I haven't got to do anything with it because it's going to take some money to fix that old motor. If it's worth it. I don't know that it's even worth it. So it's going to have 2 sleeves. And to send it and have it sleeved, and not even bored, but have it sleeved to standard, that's going to cost me, at least a minimum of $400. So then if I had it bored, that's another, yeah. So I was looking at somewhere around $750, $800 just to have 2 sleeves put in and the motor bored. Okay, when you do that, you're getting up there close to $1,000. All right, you can find a nice block for a whole lot less. So that's where I'm at on that. So I ain't saying I'm through with it, but right now my money won't let me go any farther on that. So y'all just hang in there on me with me on that one. Oh me. Yeah, it is humid. I heard somebody say the other day they knew somebody by the name of Humid. And yeah. But anyway, Matthew ain't gonna be here tonight. Doug will be here in a little while. So I've got it all by my lonesome right now. So anyway, we've got the brakes done. You'll see that on our video that I'm trying to get uploaded or trying to get edited. It'll be done here real soon, probably tonight maybe. We've got all our brakes done. Our clutch is bled. Our transmission works fine. Carburetor's good. Power steering is working. Let's see. We've got to do some work right here on these jack bolts. I moved shock bracket. I talked about that in the video. It was right here, and I moved it over to here, and our shock is clearing now all the way through. So we've got clearance. We've got Clarence. So yeah, we've got that. Now all this thing needs to do is finish the body up. Still got to get a battery. That battery there is not the battery going to go on it. That is a battery that I bought for the F250, the Power Stroke truck. So, yeah. So that, needless to say, that's where that battery is at. It's going to be going. And, but I got to get a battery for this car. Speaking of that, I'm trying to remember what the other battery is at. I don't know, unless it's still on the truck. I don't know, because it's not there. It's not over here. I've only got one battery in here. It's somewhere. I can guarantee you it's somewhere. But anyway, speaking of that, well, let's see. I'm liable to lose my internet feed if I go all the way out there. But well, you can't really see. New to the chat outfit, see Elko Ant. Okay, good to have you in here. That's the F250 right there, the Ford Power Stroke 1995. It will be coming in the shop here real soon to have the engine pulled out of it. It's got a Power Stroke that is stuck. It's set for probably 10 years and has wound up sticking. So, needless to say, I've got to get all of this cleared out. Yeah. Where am I going to put it? But I've got to get all this cleared out so that I can get that Ford truck up in here so that I can then pull the engine out of it. Hoo-wee. This car actually can go on a trailer. It's just a chassis. There's just a box sitting in it right now. But this can go on a trailer and sit outside. It's not going to hurt it. And that'll clear up a little space. Then we'll have to probably put a lot in that storage room right there on the other side of that wall so that we can get some room in here to get that long wheelbase extended cab F-250 in here so that we can get the engine out of it. Again, this modified will be going right there where that mini stock is at. The mini stock still needs chassis work done. So we're going to move it out, move the modified out, move the mini stock right back here where this car's at, and roll the modified back in that hole. This car, it still needs finished. We're just not there with it yet. When this car gets done, we may jump on that one and try to knock it out. We only like probably a couple of days of work on it, and it'll be ready to race. We've got a mini stock in our enclosed trailer out there, and it's ready to go. I see Jim's fastback garage in here. Let's see, let me back it up. I'm sitting here gabbing and ain't paying attention. So let me get in here where I can see what y'all are saying. Let me get you turned around here where you can see what's going on. Let's see. Well, the shop looks like front row, lounge, chairs, best Havana, Cuba. Here where we have plenty of classic American cars. Hey, good to have you in here from Cuba. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. I see John Wilburn is in there. He just jumped in there. I'm trying to go through some of these here real quick. Let me get sit down. I kind of missed some of you. Okay, slow down at 95 power stroke. Yeah, I'll get back on that here in just a minute. White Siverson, I guess. I'm trying to hope I don't mess your name up. I'm trying to read these. Talk about the car's drivetrain. Yeah, this modified right here has a 355 flat top with 487 heads on it. It's a low compression engine for the class. It's a Midwest modified. It's a USRA Midwest modified, what it is. We'll be running Batesville, Arkansas with it, Batesville Speedway. That's the rules on that. That car right there has a 355 in it, but it's flat tops, but it's also got a set of Vortec heads on it, and it's got a little better cam because the cam rule on that car is 480 lift maxed, where this one is a 430 or 450 lift. I can't remember max lift. Both of them have to run 2 barrels. Is it a manual? Yes, both of them are manual transmissions. Do I own a bulldozer? DFPV. No, I do not own a bulldozer. Wished I did, though. I see there's John Wilburn. Appreciate you jumping in here tonight. Jim's Fastback Garage. The mini stock that's over there, it will have a 2300 in it. It'll be bored 40 thousandths over. and it'll have stock size valves in it. And the cam is just a little bit of a cam. It's nothing major. It's nothing super big, but it is a solid lift cam. And the rules state that you can run solid lift and you can run roller cams as well in that mini stock class. Because we've got one out there already, and in the trailer, I've won 2 out of 3 races with it this year so far. So it's doing pretty good. Of course, I've got quite a few years of experience too. So, but this mini stock, when we get it going, it'll be for Matthew and Doug to race when we go mini stock racing, or one of our sponsors. I've got one of our sponsors probably going to drive it some. We've already talked to him, and he's all in. He's going to give that thing a paint job like the other car had, the number 10, red and white number 10 mini stock. Go on the channel and check it out if you're wanting to look at that. Look down in their playlist. There's some videos of it, of the mini stock that racing. This chassis here is just a chassis. It is a 2013 Larry Shaw chassis. So Larry Shaw race cars. This car that's modified right here in front of us is a 2012 Jet modified out of Beatrice, Nebraska. There's nothing majorly special about it. Sean Witt says, do I run late models? No. I have ran modifieds. I've worked on late models. I've ran modifieds. I've run street stocks. I've run mini stocks. I've run super stocks, sportsmans. I've ran some mini sprints. I've raced go-karts. I've raced about everything there is to race except set my hind end in a late model. That is my bucket list. That's the last thing on my racing bucket list to do, other than maybe go to a NASCAR driving experience. That was one thing I've always kind of wanted to do, just because I don't necessarily, when I was younger, I kind of wanted to do NASCAR, and I almost had an opportunity to go work on pit crew, but that just didn't work out for me. I had a guy ask me one time, he said, when you get ready to go, if you want to go, you let me know and I'll put you there. And that's how close I was to getting in with a NASCAR team. And it just, I thought about it, and for whatever reason, I just didn't take him up on the offer. And I wished I had have, but it doesn't really matter now. I'm nearly 54 years old. That's gone in the wind. NASCAR ain't what it used to be either. So they're trying to make a comeback. It's getting a little better, but so that's all. Trucker Tom said, that's awesome. You raced all that. Yes, I've raced a bunch of stuff. I started racing when I was 16 or 17 years old, and I quit for a while. I see Dom's Fish On said hi. Appreciate you being in here. Yeah, I probably did lose a 10mm socket somewhere. I'm sure I have. I probably lost a couple wrenches along the way too. But Kenneth Derby says, hey. But yeah, we've done a little bit of everything as far as racing. I worked on a dirt crew. That's who was going to hook me up with NASCAR that one time. I was traveling pit crewing for Larry Shaw race cars and Wayne Brooks, if you've ever heard of that name. He's in the Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame, and Arkansas Motorsports Hall of Fame. He's in that. He's got I'm gonna say, I know he has over 500 late model victories, and with the modified together, he's probably somewhere around 700 to 800 victories altogether when you go back and count his early days in the 6-cylinder class and all of that. So I was pit crewing for him for a few years there. So I'm pretty sure Donnie Moran has a late model driving experience in Ohio somewhere. I know that he did. He had a he had a 2-seater, and I think, I don't. Matter of fact, he just drove it this weekend at the Dream 100, because he was out there giving rides in it. Have I ever picked a guitar? Now I don't know about all that. We don't talk bad on this channel, but I've done quite a bit of singing, but mainly gospel. I don't. When I in my younger days, I tried to do a little country, but it was just in amongst myself. I never tried to do it for anybody. But I sing gospel songs and Christian music at our church, so I do that all the time. I've tried to sing a couple Merle songs, time or two, but I still can't get that twang in my voice like Merle had. So, but old Trace Atkins, me and him might go around and around on some low notes. Stephen Hickman says hi. Appreciate you jumping in here. Jim's Fastback Garage says I'm good at singing. Gifted voice, love it. Well, I appreciate it. You can go on my channel. I don't know exactly where it's at. You just have to go down. I don't know if it's a short. I think it is. I think I've got a short video. My wife recorded of me singing a song. I was playing the piano. I can't pick a guitar. I can pick one up and move it, but I cannot pick it. I can't even play it. I've tried to strum a guitar and I just can't do it. But I can play at the piano. I'm not a Jerry Lee Lewis or Mickey Gilley, Jimmy Swaggart, anything like that. But I can play good enough to sing by. So, oh, let's see, gifted voice. Durgis Kumar, I'm in Arkansas is where I'm from. Arkansas, United States. Boyd Speedway, see Kenneth DeBerry said Boyd Speedway in Boyd, Texas has 1,000 to win first Friday of each month. That sounds pretty good. That's for mini stock. Okay. I'll have to look that up and see what the rules are and see if I even come close to their rules, because sometimes we're in between rules. We're running a stock valves and limited on camshaft. So, but I'll definitely look that up in Boyd Speedway. I think I've been to Boyd Speedway. It's been years ago. Not sure though. Let's see. When I was a kid, we had a CB radio and take road trips. Came across the whole convoy of trucks carrying NASCARs. One of my best road trip memories. Yep, I've run in a few of them, seen a few of those, and then been in a few of them convoys, but wasn't necessarily NASCAR. We was dirt track guys. We'd be 3 or 4 or 5 of us going from track to track, and we'd all kind of link up together. Pretty neat from back in the day. So what happened in Los Angeles? A bunch of idiots trying to turn the United States into Mexico. That's all that is. They ain't gonna get that done. I can tell you right now, that ain't gonna happen. People wants to wave their Mexican flags, they can go back to Mexico. Trucker Tom said limited by lift or duration. Lift, limited on lift on our camshafts. On the mini stocks around here, it's a 480 lift duration, or I mean a lift. I'm sorry, a max on that. We can run solid lift, hydraulic, or roller, or solid roller. I mean, we can do it all. But a 480 lift is the max on our lift. RC Industry, good to have you in here. Appreciate you jumping in. Dustin said, dude, that's awesome. Jim's Fastback says, long time no see, RC. Yeah, I was on RC's live the other day. Good to kind of catch in on that. I was in the mix of something. I forget what I was doing, but I got to slip in there on some of it. And I think I was busy working, but got to get in on some of it. But yeah, you can't run. I mean, you got to run a stock head, but you can't do any porting work on it. It's got to be stock port. It's got to be. You can shave the head, I should say, deck the head. Excuse me. You can deck it all you want to, all you can get away with. There's no rule on that. You got to have a flat top piston. Stock size valves. You can run aftermarket valves, good valves, because these things turn anywhere from 8 to 9,900 or 9,500 RPM. So them 2,300 four cylinders will scream if you got everything right. So the camshaft will limit you on that, but yeah, Los Angeles police shoot rubber bullets on report. Yeah, I seen one video. A reporter was standing in the middle of a bunch of riders, and she got her leg shot with a rubber bullet. Well, all I can say is she should have been on the other side reporting instead of trying to be a left-wing radical nut. Get to where the safety is and report what's actually going on. Jim says, we were at Indianapolis Raceway Park today. Hey, you was at Power Tour. Yep. Power Tour's there at Indianapolis. I guess it's getting took off. Fleming says, I had a chance to race NASCAR but didn't pursue that. We got all the way to ARCA, but then I quit to pursue my wife. Hey, good choice. Glad I made that decision. I got to go to a few of those races and got to meet several of the NASCAR guys, the drivers, owners, and crews and stuff like that. And like I say, my old buddy Wayne Brooks and Larry Shaw, they had the connections in asphalt and NASCAR. Because see, Larry Shaw, he was Mark Martin's buddy from way back, and Wayne Brooks was too. Wayne Brooks helped them get going. He actually got them a motor and all that stuff to get them going good. So you can go back and look up the autobiography of Mark Martin. And matter of fact, you can go online and probably find it on Amazon or eBay or something like that. Look up Mark Martin driven to race or driven to win. It's something like that, but it's Mark Martin's autobiography. Look for that. It's out of print, but you got to find it. That's his autobiography, and they interviewed Wayne when they were doing that video, and they talk about him in there. They talk about another driver from over here at Carlisle, Arkansas, by the name of Tommy Joe Pouchett, and you'll learn a lot through that. Or you can come to Batesville and go through Mark Martin's museum up there, and he's got it all up there on paper. So But yeah, uh, I love talking motors. Yep. Amen, brother, Hippie Miller said. I'm going to say you're probably right there with me on the idiots out there in L.A. They could build a fence around that place and dome over it, as far as I'm concerned. I know there's probably a lot of good people out there, but there's a bunch of idiots. Dick Trickle is my favorite driver, Trucker Tom said. Appreciate that. I've always liked them old drivers back then. One of my favorite videos I ever seen was Dick Trickle under caution, driving around, reached over here, got him a cigarette out and put a cigarette in his mouth and hit the little cigarette lighter and lit it while he's under caution. I mean, who in the world would do that other than Dick Trickle? I mean, he was one of a kind, I can guarantee you. Jim's Fastback says, I have a block. You got a 2300 block? There, Jim. Dustin said, how much armor plate do you think you could weld on a D35 Komatsu dozer? I don't know. He could probably go back and check out Killdozer. He welded on a bunch. He went through town and made a point. They did him wrong, and he kind of did the town wrong after that. He got back at them, but did a lot of damage. Trying to get something done here. Let's see here. Oh. Let's see. I'm trying to do something here. I got a troll in here. Jim, I'm fixing to hook you up for me. Get you to help me out if you can. Jim, Fastback Garage, you're one of my moderators if you can help me out when you get a chance there. I blocked, I'd say I blocked. I deleted his comment, but I got a troll trying to jump in there. All right. Dustin said June 4th was Killdozer Day. I missed it this year, yeah. I ain't got a clue who Julianne is. Lash caps, I guess you can run on this. I don't think there's anything against it. Let's see, this motor we pulled apart that we've got, the mini stock, it had a lash cap in it. Jim said, I do have a 2300 Fuelie 1990. Well, good deal. We might try to make a deal or something one of these days. Marvin was your hero. Yeah, probably so. Screw in rocker studs. You can do either one. That the head, I've got it down at the head shop right now that come off that motor. But you can run hydraulic or adjustables. So on that 2300, it's just a little hydraulic lifter that sticks up. You pull them out, and then you cut the boss down that lifter went in, and then you put a set screw in. Once you set your solid lifter adjuster in, you set screw that in where to stay, and then you'll have adjustable rockers. So yeah. I appreciate you there, Jim, because I can't keep up with it trying to talk with these guys and answer comments and whatnot, because people like that I ain't got time for. So but I'll show you the motor. Let's see. Oh, the block. I've got another block coming. I just haven't picked it up yet. Does 2300 have oil squirters? No, it's got oil goes through the camshaft. But here's the 2300 block. I had to get another one because this one, the cylinder was busted. It had gotten water in it, and I guess it froze and busted. So that's the only reason why that cylinder would look like that. But the cylinders was good. It didn't have any ring groove at all. It was standard bore. I could not believe that. This must have been a very low mileage motor, but it was a standard bore with in this old of a motor. I mean, you would have thought it'd have been wore smooth out, but anyway, yep. But I got another block coming, and I ain't gonna throw this one away. I may take it and see if we can get it sleeved. But but yep, this is our modified. Let's see, yeah, it's probably why there, Fleming. It only had one race on it. Trucker Tom said, what compression ratio do they have? That depends on how much you cut the head and how much it's bored and stroke and all of that. There's not really a rule on how much you can or cannot have. So if you can get 15-to-1 compression on it, get it. But you got to have a flat top piston and stock. Supposed to be stock crankshaft, but I think you can run better rods, you can run better rods, better pistons, but I had a motor that was an open motor. That motor was, I think he said 13.5-to-1 compression, and it was fully ported, had the big cam in it. It was stroked to a 2.5 and had lightweight pistons, lightweight rod, long rods in it, and that joker would pound the ground. I'll guarantee you, my starter barely would crank it. So it was stout. So it was the stoutest little mini stock motor I'd ever been behind. Skylar Fleming said that thing was bad to the bone when it was running. Oh, I bet it was. I bet it was. Yep, that's a lot of squeeze. I guarantee you. Um, Probably 240 horsepower, I would say. You can't get a lot out of those 2300s, but but you got to think if you can get 230 horsepower out of a 2300, uh, that's uh, that's pretty good. So that's pretty good. Most of, because I think a standard 2300 was what, 120, 30, 40 horsepower, something like that. It's a 140 cubic inch engine to start with, and then you bore it, and then all this other stuff. But my engine builder over here that builds engines, Tommy Johnson, that motor, he let me run that motor against the Cajun mini stock series, and it was them guys, the minor boys, and some of them guys, Etheridge, and uh, I can't think of the rest of them out there in Alabama and Mississippi and stuff, uh, but they had a lighter car and better handling cars than what I had, and I finished seventh to them out of 24 cars, but uh, that was as good as I could get. The little engine was running almost 9,000 RPM, made my engine sound weak. Yep, yeah, these 2300s will get it. I'll guarantee you. Uh, some of those Cajun cars were running. I think I talked to Micah Gavin. He's a guy that lives here locally. I've raced with several times. Chevy Addict said hi. Good to have you in here. Um, but anyway, Micah Gavin, he's went out and ran down in your area in Smoky Mountain and all of that with the Cajun series. He's went out to Carolinas and ran the MMSA series out there at Cherokee. He's went all over the place, and he's won a bunch of them. And I think he said he was running sometimes around 93, 9400 RPMs. So, uh, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. He won Batesville when we ran their Cajun series up there. Minor boys, they were there. Uh, Etheridge, I can't remember his name, but he's from out there in Mississippi or Alabama. I think Alabama. Anyway, he was up here racing, and John Smart was here. I think he won at Jonesboro, Crawley's Ridge Raceway, when we had the Cajun series over there. And ever tried golf ball? Dimples, let's see, inside the intake with ball shaped cutter. I've seen that done. I have it, but I've seen that done. I haven't seen any test results or anything on that yet, but I like I say, I have seen it done. So, and like on our Cajun, I mean our mini stock class, we're not supposed to do any porting work, any work on the intakes, any of that. It's supposed to be stock. Uh, so if they pull the carburetor off, it better look stock down in it. So, but yeah. Uh, yeah. Where you from there, Trucker Tom? Or what area? You don't have to tell me exact. So. It's getting warm in here. Let me crank a fan up. It might get a little noisy, but I got to get some air moving. A little stuffy. acid dipped intakes. I guess a person could. I've never thought about it. I mean, I've heard about that being done, but I've never really done it myself. I see from around North Carolina area. Yeah. I've not tried that myself. See Mason's Vlogs and Snowmobiling says hi. Appreciate you jumping in here. All y'all jumped in there. If y'all don't mind, hit that like button or tap the screen twice or something. Let us know what you got going on. I've been to North Carolina a few times. See, I went to, well, I flew into Charlotte 2 or 3 times. Flew in and out. Never got out, but went to Morehead City Beach. Went up there at Morehead City. I think this was in 2001, and delivered some air conditioner units from out here about 45 miles from here. There's Lennox Air Conditioning Company made them right down the road here, about 45 miles from me, and we hooked up. They had a Walmart store going in out there, and we went and hauled a bunch of AC units out there. Matter of fact, we convoyed that. I think we had 4 or 5 trucks hooked up going out there together. And I think we had 6 coming back. So, Morehead City, North Carolina. Went through Raleigh, all of that. Had fun out there. Spent a little time out there on the beach. That was 2001 when that was. I think that was 14 years ago. Can you believe that? No. What did I say, 14? That was 24 years ago. 24 years ago. I get my 9 years mixed up. 24 years ago. I think of it like it was just 2 or 3 years back, but shoot, I'm getting old. Can't remember half that stuff, but I can remember some of it like it was yesterday. Some things I probably need to forget. Anybody else got things that they need to forget? Yeah, I don't know. I guess what would you dip that in? Yeah, you said I'm 44. Yeah, you had made you 20 years old. I was, let's see, in 2001, that would have put me 24. That'd put me 30 years old. So, 'cause I'm fixing to be 54 years old. So, yep. I guess you use, would you use hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, or muriatic acid? What kind of acid would you use to acid dip one of them aluminum intakes there, Trucker Tom? Something to think on. I've never really done any research on it to figure it out. So. I guess you make you a plate to boat muriatic acid, okay. Well, this is aluminum. It would probably work even faster on aluminum. You'd probably need to make you a rubber seal plate or something on your intake side and bolt it up where it'd be good and solid and tight, and then pour that muriatic acid into the top and just let it sit. I don't know how long, but I guess that's at the experiment. May come back, if you left it overnight, may come back next morning and won't have no intake left. Be interesting to try. Just have to be careful not get it too big, because you're without any porting, with no porting on the head, liable to get your intake a little bit big. But you could always come back with some JB weld or something and put in there and kind of shape that, but they could see that it had been worked on. I guess it'd be best just leave it alone. But we run D-port heads is what we've got. They make two different heads for them 2300s. The D-port, well, there's more than two, but two intake styles. They had, the old style was an oval, and then the new style was a D-port, which was better. It flowed better. It looked like it was smaller, but it actually flowed better than the oval port. So my engine builder guy here, he talked to Jack. I don't think he actually talked to Jack Roush, but he talked to the Roush engine building shop, and where they used to do a lot of road racing and SCCA stuff, and a lot of 2300 engines, and he learned a lot from them. But yeah. I guess we could fire this motor up. Anybody want to hear it in this modified? See, we got 6 in there right now. We had 30 something in there earlier. We need to have about 300. Need about 300 in there. Got 10 in there. Jim's Fastback said, yeah, he wants to hear that motor run. Who else wants to hear it run? You say, what are we wanting to hear run? This right here. It's modified. We'll fire it up if we can get some more likes in here and some more people saying, I want to hear it. There's 2 says they want to hear it. Who else wants to hear it run? We need some more people commenting saying, yeah, I want to hear it run. Who else wants to comment and say, yeah, I want to hear it run? Good deal. I appreciate it, Tom. Yeah, get some more people on here. We need all the people we can get to jump in here. I need all the likes, all the views I can get. I don't have no pretty women and running around to get 30,000 subscribers. I watched one channel, they have 5 videos out, and they've already got almost 10,000 subscribers. It's crazy. They're getting 30 and 40,000 views on their videos, all because they got a skinny pretty girl on there. If it's just an old guy, they wouldn't be near that. Yes, sir. Hit that thumbs up button. Tap the screen twice if you're on a mobile device. right. We need some more people to jump in here. We need some more people to jump in and say, hey, I want to hear it run. Anybody want to hear it run? Hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment saying I want to hear it run. Got that right, Jim. It's pitiful. That guy they started 4 weeks ago. I ain't even saying the name of the channel because it is like, really? And they actually make good videos, but it's crazy. Got 5 videos, 4 of them's on rebuilding a golf cart, and they got 40 and 50,000 likes and views on that. And then they've got the last one was with a T-bird they're dragging out of the woods, and they posted it 2 days ago, and they've got right at 30,000 views on it. And it's all because they got a pretty skinny girl standing there beside the guy beside the car. So it's just crazy. I ain't going to lower my standards to do that. Try to pull any trickery. Y'all want to hear it run? We're going to fire it up. I got 29% on my battery, so we ain't got long. Yeah, people have one-track minds. I got that right. Let me get this set around here. Y'all get ready. There's old Doug showed up. What are you doing, Doug?
Oh, me. Rubbing my head.
We fix to fire this up for all these folks on here. See if it'll fire.
If it'll start.
If it'll start. Let's see. that light was on the other day for some reason.
Every time you go, what?
It flashed. Yeah, I think it may have air pocket in here. I may have to bleed that out, and it'd probably get that air pocket out, and then an oil light would not do that. So Jim's fastback said it's awesome. Tom said that is fire. Yep, it's pretty hot. Although it's stock crank, stock rods. It's got some, I don't know if they're cast or hypereutic pistons. Cheap pistons. They're brand new, flat tops. And then 487 heads. Got to run an open chambered head, but that's the best head that you can run for that class. And then the small lift cam. So that's the reason why it don't have a whole lot of rough idle, but yeah, it revs like right now. It's really, really responsive, really quick. That's what I like about it. It's a wrapper. But one thing is, we can run a Burt transmission in these, or a Bren or a Falcon or something like that. So we don't really have anything on the crankshaft spinning. So it's just a little hub about so big around that bolts on and the transmission hooks into it. So
The clutch is in the transmission.
yeah, clutches inside the transmission. Motorcycle clutches inside the transmission. So yeah, you can look them up sometime. A Burt or a Bren, how they work. It's like I say, it's very, very simple a setup. So I need to go get us some water there, Doug.
If you want some in a little bit.
Yeah. Oh me. Yep. These transmissions work like a direct drive when you put, it's got reverse, low, and high. And you put it in reverse, and then you mash the clutch down, or you put it in low gear, and then you mash the clutch down. And what that does is that gets you rolling, to get you moving. And then once you get on the track, you mash your clutch, you mash your clutch down, hold your clutch down to apply pressure to those clutches to engage them so that they will spin your low gear or your reverse, whatever. But when you're getting on the track, you're engaging your low gear. And once you get up to just a little bit of speed, where your motor's running about 3,500, 4,000, you let off of the clutch, let off the gas, pull your lever back, and it hooks directly into high gear. And it's a straight hookup shaft right there that goes straight from the front of the transmission to the back, and it's not carrying any weight on it. I think it's got one little gear on it that will spin the hooks up to the forward and reverse. So it's not you're not carrying a cluster of gears or none of that. You're spinning one shaft, and it's just straight shaft. Yeah. So it don't pull any horsepower at all. So yeah, Jim said he pulled one on a trailer one time. So these work similar to if you think back to the old Model Ts. You put them in gear, the old Model T, you put it in gear and you mashed the clutch down, and you held that clutch down to get it going, and you had to have the clutch about halfway down, I believe it was, to get it in gear, and then you mashed it all the way down to get it going, and then when you wanted to go in high gear, you just let the clutch all the way off, and then it would kick into high gear. So they were different, kind of unique, but that was the old Model T style transmissions. But that's basically how these are set up. So yeah, they're different and awkward, but get some air moving in here and blow some exhaust out. But yeah. Well, guys, been on here about almost an hour and 15 minutes. I appreciate everybody jumping in. I think we're gonna get around here, and my battery's almost dead. So appreciate everybody for jumping in and commenting. That's hung in here with us all this time. I would stay longer, but again, my battery's almost dead and I don't want to lose it. So be watching here in the next probably by tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. I'll try to have our latest video up where we worked on this modified. So we should have that up hopefully tonight or tomorrow. So subscribe and like and comment on that, all my videos. Hit the notification bell so that you can get all the updates. And we appreciate everybody. Get you around here where you can see me. I'm about to lose my camera. Appreciate everybody jumping in here. But we're going to get around, put this thing on charger here in a little bit. I'm going to run get some water for a coffee pot and make us a pot of coffee. We may have 1 cup of coffee, may have 2, but we usually, you say, why are you drinking coffee at night? Well, we drink decaf. So that way we're not up all night. But anyway, I appreciate everybody jumping in. This is Russell here saying God bless you. Like I say, jump over at Outfits Garage, click our homepage there and hit subscribe because we're going to need you to do it. We're trying to reach a goal of 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I believe we can do it. We're already at almost 3,500. So we can do it with your help. So jump in there and hit that subscribe button. Help us out. Watch them videos down through there. Hit them playlists. When you ain't got nothing going on, watch all them playlists. We got videos running out your ears. Got them everywhere. Got more videos than you can watch in a day. So jump over and watch them. Hit them playlists. Watch those videos for us. We sure would appreciate it. And it's just going to help us out. Make us have some more better content. So maybe be able to finish some of this stuff too. Anyway, this is Russell here saying God bless you. Jesus loves you. And Outfits Garage is always saying, keep a hammering, guys. We're going to catch you next time. Watch for our latest video. We'll see you then.